Okay, so in this video we're gonna talk about a trade that we took on SPY. SPY Lander had a level for 622, as you can see this line at 622, and as you can see at we wanted to take a break at previous low day at 622.43. Okay, 622.43. The trade looked like this: 622.43. Break of 622.43 as like a pre-anticipation, right? At 622.43. So now, what do we need to make sure in terms of correlation, right? Well, if you look at Qs, as you can see, this thing broke, right? 642.46 with gusto, but we did not enter here. In fact, we made a new low at 642.39 right there, 622.39. Why did we not take this trade at 10:52? Well, let me show you what Qs are doing at 10:52 a.m. And as you can see, this is a Qs time frame, right? And Qs at 10:52 a.m. is doing this. As you can see, 10:52 a.m. does not break 65, which is pre-market low, right? The pre-market low is 552.65. 10:52 a.m. I was constantly looking at this candle, saying, "Hey, will I break this pre-market low?" Because as soon as I see Qs move with aggression towards this, I would have been in there. So what I said was, you know what? Let it go. So I said, SPY broke at 622.43 previous lower day, and made a new low at 622.39, and I didn't take the trade. The next trade, the next one, you can see the SPY went red, Qs went red, and smashed down red to green at 63. The moment it came down with the red to green gusto with pre-market low, I saw SPY break the 339 and aggressively come down to like in the 20s. I got in. I think I got in around 32, 32, 33, somewhere up here. And I said put a stop loss above here, stop loss above the open of this candle, which is which is the previous lower day. That's my stop loss right there, right? So I got in here somewhere up here, 622.31. Qs were breaking pre-market low, and in case of Nvidia, what I saw at 10:22 was this, right? It was not, Nvidia was in kind of like no man's land, but I still wanted Nvidia to uh, break the lows of break the lower day, right? Or do something, break either with momentum or whatever, right? So what I saw with Nvidia was that it was breaking. It was just going red to green. So with that, if Nvidia is going red to green, um, then if right here, right, 1020, somewhere up here, it was going red to green. So if it went red to green with gusto, I'll take it. So with SPY now breaking this low of day at um, at 622.39, pushed right through. I got in here. SPY broke the low of day, but in reality it was a previous lower day. I waited for that. The next candle broke the lower day with momentum. Qs at 654, as you guys can see, broke that 653, broke that pre-market low, which is what I was waiting for. And Nvidia at 1053, as you can see, it was going red. It actually went green and then went green to red. So I was in. As soon as it went green to red, I was like, okay, this is pushing, right? Everybody's pushing that down, and I got in. And what happened? Boom! It went straight to 622. I saw 10%. Before I could take any trimming, it got back up. Or came right back up to like 622.38. Remember, my pre-market, my stop loss at 622.43, came back up. I didn't flinch. I said, you know what, if it goes out, it goes out. Nothing happened. Went red to green, nothing happened. Almost stopped me out of 642. I was like, wait for the 622.43, nothing happened, and then it started to move lower. As soon as it moved lower, I saw around 10 to 12% right here, up until here at 622.02. Keep in mind, our break of entry was 622.02. Remember, 622 was our break. So every lander has not even in yet, and I'm looking at this level. I'm already up at 11%. So I took two trims out here quickly, two quick trims, and I was like, rest of it. And then I saw Qs, as you can see at 10:57, Qs at 10:57, very close to breaking 522. So I was like, okay, well, if Qs can break 522, as you can see, look, it's 522.68. So Qs have room to break 522. SPY has room to break 622. We'll take the break together, right? Unfortunately, what happened? It never happened. It kept going up and up and up. I trimmed two times, and then I saw this move up really fast. Look at 11:02 moving up really fast. Qs at 11:02 were already past that previous the pre-market low. It had already broken this pre-market low. It was surging up, so I got out. Okay, if you can see the if you can see my fills, you will see that I got out, right? But here is the kicker. As you can see, 10:53, I got in at 136.22, contracts at 10:30, 10:50.23, and as soon as that 10:59 candle happened, I got out, right? But what I'm trying to say here is look at Jeff. Now this is Jeff's trade, right? If you look at Jeff, Jeff had the same mindset. Yeah, as you can see, he waited for not he didn't enter at the at pre-market low. He waited till SPY from lower day, waited for Qs to break pre-market low, and then he take the trade together. Exactly the same time. Look, 10:53.24. You got in at 10:53.23. As you can see, look at this. Same time, $36, $37. But what happened with Jeff? Jeff stayed all through to capture the whole 12%, whereas you took your first trim at 11%, then the next trim around 12%, then 11.5%, and then you got out at break even, right? So my point that I'm trying to make is, do not stop out. Do not, once you have set a loss, which is right here, you entered here at the break of this lower day break, and you put a stop loss above PLOD. You got 12% in here, and you saw everything race up except SPY didn't come up to that level previous lower day. So I got out here at break even, and Jeff stayed, and it rewarded him, and he got out 5-10 at 11:05, right? At 12%, it didn't go any lower, but he was able to take trim, and got out at a full 12%. So moral of the story is, both you and Jeff got in at the same time, and you got out. You stayed in, took two trims at 12%, which exactly what he did as well. But you got out as soon as you got scared. I asked Jeff to say that what would have happened if this candle continued to go up above previous low of day, which is my stop loss and his stop loss as well. He confirmed previous low of day stop loss. It pushed higher. He said he would have taken a small red. He said that was okay. But in reality, he ended up making 12%, and I just got a little bit, right? I don't even think I made 5% here, because it was $136. I don't think I made 5% here, and he got the full 12, right? So he's willing to, and isn't that the end of the day? You're willing to risk a few percentage points to get to the 12%, right? So moral of the story is, do not move your stop. I asked Jeff why he chose to get in, and he said the same thing. He chose because he saw the previous lower day break. He didn't get in at 10:52 because he wanted to see Qs break this pre-market low with momentum. And Nvidia also at 10:52 was not doing, what, it was nowhere near, right? So he wanted to see at least Nvidia, if I could see, at least turn red to green with gusto, so I know it's going to break the opening print. At least Q's turn red to green and break this pre-market with regression. That's when he entered, exactly the same time, on the low of day, not the pre-market low, at low of day break of 622.39 here. He broke that level, but the point being, difference between you and him being, he stayed in. Once he put a stop loss, he did not move in. He did not move it until the end. He was willing to sacrifice this entire two trims for a red if it went above a previous lower day, but in reality, it rewarded him because he stayed back down. It didn't even touch the previous lower day. It just touched a little bit and came right back down again, and that's when he started trimming 2 or 3 and 4, and he, as you can see, took all his profits around 12%, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, around 12%. Even though entries is matching, if you don't move your stop loss, there's a good chance that you and Jeff will end up being at the same place and reaping the same rewards.